and welcome. Today we're going to talk about those folks that are graduating from high school and have no idea what they want to do. Are you getting ready to graduate from high school and really just don't know what direction to go in? Well, you're not alone. While the vast majority of high school students want to go to college, some type of college, most feel very unprepared to do so. And students even tend to feel less prepared for future careers and jobs. So what can a high school student do? A lot. This video will talk about what the next potential steps are for a high school student, what they can do, and how they can put a plan together for their future. Hello and welcome. My name is Dawn Casey with over 20 years of leading human resource departments and the recruitment function. I now help people with their career challenges, changes, and of course questions. This is the Career Rescue Coach YouTube channel. Thanks so much for being here. What makes this channel a little different is that I've advised employees for over 20 years now on topics that I cover throughout this channel and across all these videos. And I've also experienced a lot of these things myself with great success. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, and let's get to our topic. You know, I was one of those high school students. I remember graduating and just the thrill of being out of high school. But then the terror of being out of high school hit me the next day because I had no idea what I wanted to do. After graduation, I did go and explore some options, some alternative schools, but they just didn't seem to fit. I then found myself, unfortunately, at square one again. I decided to go to work and maybe take some jobs at some restaurants until I could decide what to do. After a short time, I realized I could not make a living working at these restaurants, and it was certainly not enough to rent an apartment or purchase a car. That's when it hit me. I came to the realization I needed some type of education. Now, I knew I wasn't ready for college because I still had no idea what I wanted to do, and you can spend a lot of money going through all those classes without knowing what to do. So then a family member suggested that I check out a local vocational technical college. I went and looked at the technical college and was very impressed. It was a very homey feel, very nice people, and they offered a wide range of courses that took anywhere from 6 months to a year to complete, and at the end you'd get a certification. So I ended up signing up for a legal assistant course. It was a 9-month course, and I did end up completing it and getting my certification. Now, in looking back at my career today, it was the best first step I could have taken. It was a wonderful school and a great first college experience. It started me on a lifelong journey of learning and continuing my education. And now today, I have my master's degree, all because I had a great first experience. Here are some things to be aware of as you make your endeavor for your first career. It's okay not to know what you want to do. Not everybody does. I did go to school with a few folks that knew exactly what they wanted to do, but they are far and few between. You will have a lifetime to discover what it is you want to do, and will probably change careers many times, as the average person changes careers at least 5 times throughout their lifetimes. You can no longer make a living working at lower customer service jobs. It is a fact. A high school diploma is not enough, and working at those jobs you cannot get by. It is important to get some type of education. Now, there are a lot of colleges out there besides just the 2-year or 4-year colleges. So look around, consider all different types of schools. Certification programs are as valuable, if not more so, than a lot of degree programs, depending upon the job and the area that you'd like to work. Vocational technical colleges are a wonderful first step. It's kind of like that bridge step in between college and getting out of high school. It worked really well for me, and I highly recommend it. And of course, there's a lot of online options today that there never was before. So you could get a certification from your own desktop at home today. So now, let's talk about some potential steps you can take to figure out what your next moves are. Number 1, career and aptitude testing. Boy, I can't recommend this enough. Many high school counselors can advise students on what tests to take. Many 2-year colleges have just a plethora of these types of tests, and most are free, so be sure to check those out. Take some time taking these tests and getting the results, and then ask your high school counselor to go through and help you interpret them. Also, check out free career assessment tests that you can take online. Monster.com has a great article about this. I'm going to leave the link here for you. And it talks through all the different tests that are probably a good list of tests to take. Now, from those tests, create a list of potential careers or jobs you would like. I'd say maybe your top 5. That would be a good place to start. Also, make a list of those classes that you took in high school that you really loved or that you were especially good at. Number 2, check out other schools besides the standard local colleges. Do a search online and find out what other colleges exist within your area or community. Check out technical colleges, such as maybe even massage schools and beauty schools, and so there's a lot of different types of schools. Look up certification programs at your local community college. See what they have to offer. Community colleges often offer a curriculum of maybe 6 classes that earn a certification. See what they have. Look up university continuing education classes. Now what these are is special classes for working adults, and they offer mostly night classes. But what's really cool about continuing education classes is that you usually only have to take maybe 4 to 6 classes to earn a certification, and it's just a fraction of the cost of what college costs. Make a list of potential schools and make an appointment with each of them that you're interested in talking to, and go talk to them about their programs, especially the ones that you're interested in. Then also go to udemy.com and look up classes to see what you're interested in and what might be something that you want to investigate a little further. Okay, number 3. Now let's gather all that information together. Take your assessment information, because through those assessments it would have told you maybe your top 5 or 10 jobs that would be a good fit for you. Now go through and look at the information that you gathered from the colleges and the certification programs that are offered and see if there are any matches. Make a list again of your top 5 potential choices. Then also see if any of those Udemy programs match your interests and if that is a potential option as well. Okay, now here's the fun part. Number 4, you're going to meet with a trusted adult and put a plan together. Find a trusted adult, such as maybe a school counselor or a parent, to talk through the options with you. Select your top 5 programs that you're most interested in. Now, get more details on the cost, the length of the program, and what it would take to complete the programs. Make sure for each of those programs that you are looking at, you're going to get a certification at the end of it for your time and effort. Lastly, find out what the earning potential for each of those jobs are when you graduate and what the demand is. Look this up on PayScale by entering this into the search engine. Job title, pay scale, your city and state, and it will pull up a page all about that type of job and the most accurate pay information you can find as to how much you can expect to earn in that job. Now, put together a plan on how it will be paid for, when you'll begin, which program that you've committed to taking, your timeline for completion, anything else you need to know in order to get started. Here are some additional tips. Whatever the course, almost all schools have tuition assistance. So be sure to inquire about that. Don't let costs stop you. Oftentimes the costs are very insignificant compared to the certification and what you'll gain by going to school. Don't just base your decision on how much money you'll make when you get out. This is a really bad idea. Make the decision based upon what you think you will love to do and do for 365 days of a year. Take your time when making the decision. There's no reason to rush. Consider asking people who are working in the field that you're going to be going into about the pros and cons of working in those jobs, just so you have a heads up. Work your plan until the end. Make sure you get that certification and that you have something to show for all your effort. And last of all, if you begin working in the field after you finish a program, find you don't like it, that's okay. That happens, and I'm going to share with you a story because it happened to me as well. As a final note, while I got through my course at the Technical College in legal assistant, I found after 3 years in working at various law firms, I really didn't like it. And you know what? That can happen, but that's okay. I ended up going back to school and going back to a 2-year college, And you know, I never regretted going to that technical college. It was a great first experience, and I earned a certification that gave me great skills that I still even use some of those skills today. So it was worth my time, and I'm so glad I took that first step. All right, so now I'd like to share with you, remember that the world is your oyster. You just got to start and pick something today. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and push the bell. Be sure to check out the Career Rescue Coach Facebook page for great articles and anything to do with careers, and of course you can ask questions. And be sure to make some comments below, as I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dawn Casey, and remember, change your job, change your life. See you soon. Be safe and be well.